Namaskaram. Hello, friends. Hope all are doing fine. I'm fine here. This is the second episode on the Bhakti channel, and you may be wondering what is why Bhakti channel in launch talk. Actually, launch talk also started with the concept of self management, and Bhakti channel, especially the those who follow the Hindu faith and the Hindu scriptures, it is all about self management. So, Bhakti channel is not just some us versus them. That is, God is separate and I am separate, and God is superior and you are inferior. No, the idea of the Bhakti channel is also about self management. Lot of things that the stories about that we hear about the different devatas is actually pertaining to your own self. Some of the concepts, if you internalize, it is about knowing yourself, knowing the human self. Now, what is knowing our human self? Because humans are when you, humans also come in the animal species. Humans are that's why humans the animals are termed as pashu. But after you are born, and through the different stories of bhakti and things like that, you you reduce your animal behavior and go towards the divine. That is, from pashu, the journey is to become pashupati. And that journey of the human birth of the Atma to divinity is what the entire Bhakti channel is all about. So today I am going to talk about the concept of Radhekrishna. So the normal story is Radha likes Krishna, and both are epitome of love. And for a common interpretation, it is about an eternal romance between Radha and Krishna. But it is much more than that. Radhe Krishna is a concept of us. If you internalize the concept which I am going to talk about, it is about the search of the Jivatma to Paramatma. Now, what is Jivatma and what Paramatma? Jivatma is signified as Radhe, and Paramatma is signified by the Lord Krishna. Now, I'll tell you what is all this. In the scriptures, though we have a Swarupa, each one has a name and form, what we have the, the core inside is Atma, or you call it Jivatma, person living. There is an Atma. The Atma is the common thing for almost everybody. How do you say it is common to everybody? It is like a clay pot. The pot is of various sizes, small pot, big pot. So pot is of various sizes, but all is made of clay. So you call the pot a designer pot, you call the pot a small pot, you call a pot a big pot, you call a pot. But in essence, the common of all these things is the clay. Similarly, for every human birth, and they are termed as an Atma. That Atma resides in the Jiva. That is Jivatma. Now, there are two aspects. The what differentiates between one and another person? What differentiates the different Atmas? It is the Ahankara, the ego. So in your Ahankara, each one defines himself in that role. So Ahankara is like a cloth on the Atma. So when I say I, when I say Subbu, the Ahankara of Subbu is there. When I say my boss, the Ahankara of the boss is there. But at the bottom, both are different Atmas. Now what does Bhakti do, and why one doesn't require Bhakti? Why do you require it all? You can live. Atma comes and Atma goes like a cockroach. You are born and you live for some time and then you expire. What is the difference between a cockroach and Atma? दोनों एक ही है. But there is a difference. The cockroach doesn't have a mind. Hence, it can't discriminate and move from its animal behavior to divinity. Whereas humans have a mind. And humans can move from an animal behavior to divinity. What is divinity? Divinity is good feelings, good thoughts, good actions, good intentions. Basically, if a person has good feelings, good thoughts, good intentions, you say भगवान आदमी है. भगवान आदमी है वो. अच्छा है सोचता है, सबके लिए भला सोचता है, सबको अच्छा है. He is like God. वो तो भगवान आदमी है, भगवान है. Now you'll ask me, what is God? क्योंकि आजकल का बच्चे सब पता चलना है. Everything they want to know, which is good. I saw a beautiful definition on the acronym God. क्या होता क्या है? God होता क्या है? God in English is God. इसको कैसे समझे? How do we understand this word called God? So I saw a very beautiful definition or explanation on God. What is that? So it defines God as good, orderly direction. God is equal to G for good, O for orderly, D for direction. So you think of God, you pray to God for a good, orderly direction in your life. Isn't it? मेरे को थोड़ा अच्छा बुद्धि दो, मेरे को थोड़ा अच्छा ये दो. So God is what is called a set of code of conduct. What is that code of conduct? We call it as the law of karma. Now, what is law of karma? Law of karma is simple. What you sow, so you reap. If you sow lemon, you will not get mangoes. If you sow lemon, you will get lemon. If you sow mango, you will get mango. If you sow coconut, you will not going to get cashew nut. Law of karma means like Newton's third law, action and reaction is as per your, whatever your karma is, whatever you are doing, the act of karma. So it shows you, the story shows you what are the different karmas. So what happens is, since we have ahankara, the atma is ahankara, the ahankara is defined by the desires. So you are an atma who comes into life. Then you develop ahankara, that is, I am different and you are different. Who is God? I am not. All those things. Your God is different. I am different. Ahankara means the self. And after the ahankara, you develop vasanas. Vasanas means desires. What is desire? You feel that if you have a particular thing, you get ananda. Ananda means happiness. Desires are your mental or rather what your mind says will give you happiness. So you see a pani puri, you say I will have pani puri, it will give you happiness. You want to go trekking, you trek the mountain, you said by trekking the mountain I get happiness. That happiness is called ananda. So whatever ananda, the pursuit is for ananda. You want good food, means that your pursuit is for that. After while you eat that food, seeing the food in YouTube, can you taste that food? You just see it. But when you make that food and you taste it, you get ananda. So the pursuit of life is about trying to find an ananda. And in this, Lord Krishna says that if you look at the external world to give you happiness, it is a transient phenomenon. The world keeps on changing. You have no control on how people think about you. You have no control on so many things because it's all temporary, seasonal, transient. Things keep on changing. You feel this particular company will give you a good job. Suddenly you find some bosses change and he starts having a grudge against you. Though you are doing the same thing, but the environment changed, the boss has a grudge and you are made uncomfortable. Which means the more you look at the outside world keeps on changing. So what happens is, when you do a particular thing, you expect a phala, karma phala. Karma phala means the fruit of your work. And that fruit of your work doesn't come the way you wish. I studied, I need to get so much mark, but that much mark doesn't come. I worked for this project, I did their thing, but I didn't get the credits. That is, you want the fruit of that karma. And that fruit of the karma is not under your control because a lot of factors change. That's why Krishna says, your duty is only to do the karma. The karma phala, you leave it to me. The karma phala, you leave it to me. He doesn't say, no fruits. He says na faleshu. He doesn't say no fruits. He says don't go after the karma phala. Karma phala I will take care. Now why does he say I will take care? Because when ahankara starts thinking that I am doing things, you are liable to get totally disappointed when things don't go in your favor. You are liable to get depressed. But when you think that my job is only to do the work, and whatever fruit comes, I leave it to the Lord Krishna to give me, then your focus on that work is complete. If your focus on their work is 100%. Otherwise, while you work, you always keep thinking, am I doing right? Whether I will get the fruits of this. You're always you're always under doubt and stress. Krishna says, forget about the phala. He says, you sow the seed. You want coconut tree, you sow the coconut tree. You water it. The rains, how much coconut will come, don't and how much big it will grow, whether the water inside the coconut will be sweet. Don't worry about all those things. That is my problem. And that's how Lord Krishna gives an opportunity or tells you that you forget about all these things. You surrender to me. You surrender. It means you surrender your mind. Now, who gives you all these thoughts about, whether I will get the fruits of the, whether I will whether I will be able to do this or that? Because your own mind, the Hankara's mind. So he says, stop your mind from talking to yourself. You stop. Stop your mind. Leave it to me. You are born that I reside in your Atma. The Lord resides in our Atma. So when you say Atma, Paramatma, the Lord resides in the Atma. Now what happens? The Atma and Paramatma become one. Lord Krishna is not somebody outside. Lord Krishna is within you. And that within you is directing the entire thing. So similarly, he says, you look at the objective world, but don't get mamatva, don't to get too attached to the outside world. A lot of things will happen. You want to try something, you try, but don't get attached, because there are chances that things may work or things may not work, but that doesn't stop you from doing things. Only thing is, don't expect that things will work the way you want, but keep me in the mind and work. Karma phala I will take care. That is one aspect. The second aspect is, since the world is fully changing, all the time changing, the only permanent world is you have to look within, look inside, don't look outside, and within you will find the Paramatma, me. That is going to be permanent. I will be a young boy. If you think I need to be a small child for you, I will remain small child forever. I will not change that. Suppose you feel I am a young man for you, I will not change. So divinity doesn't change. The only permanent thing is God. And when the permanent thing is God, the God treats with all kindness to you. You can expect that when you are praying to God, Lord Krishna or anybody, you can expect that you will be treated with all kindness, which the external world may not do. But you says you concentrate on me, I am going to take care of you. The kindness will be there for you. That is why the Radhekrishna is the Radha, which is an Atma, tadapta hai, tadapta hai for Krishna, and Krishna is waiting for Radha to come to him. The Paramatma is waiting for the Atma to understand him, understand Paramatma. So what happens? First, the Atma is different, Paramatma is different. You are God, I am so and so. The Ahankara and God will be different. That is, you consider this to be one circle and God to be a bigger circle. So one circle is this, The God is a bigger circle. Now the journey is, this circle will go, place this circle inside the bigger circle. So one big circle and there is a smaller circle. Beyond that, you still think of him. The small circle expands and coincides with the big circle, where the Atma and the Paramatma becomes one. And when the Atma and Paramatma becomes one, we say Radhe Krishna. So when you see Radhe Krishna, it is your journey of Atma to merge with the Paramatma. Like ocean, let me take the example of ocean. In in heat, the ocean becomes clouds. The same water of the ocean becomes clouds. And from the clouds, the rain pours down the earth and it becomes river. And from the river goes back to the ocean. Ocean, clouds, river goes back to the ocean. Our journey is something similar. From Paramatma, clouds, we have become Atma, and then the river is in a race to join back to the ocean. Similarly, the Atma is like Radhe, is waiting to merge with the divinity. Merging with the divinity means you not and become one, which means to understand yourself. From Pashu, you have to become a Pasupati. The, and once you become that, you will have only good feelings, good thoughts, good intentions, and you become a divine person. And you know all are same because all Atma is same. Ahankara is different, but Atma is same. So you get it's lot of such teachings from just Radhe Krishna. Similar to Radhe Krishna, you will find a Nandi always looking at Lord Shiva. It, it is not interested in the outside world. Its focus is Lord Shiva. Similarly, Garuda, its focus is always Lord Vishnu. Its focus is not outside. So this Radhe Krishna, you look at Nandi, you look at Garuda, you look at Hanuman. Hanuman's focus is always Ram. He says, when Ram told him that I will give you whichever kingdom you want, you become a king. Hanuman caught hold of the Rama's legs and said, what wrong I have done that you are giving me this kingdom and all? I don't want anything. I just want to be at your feet and keep looking at you. It, what does this signify? This signifies that all the Atma is, you know, they, their focus is Paramatma. They want to merge with the Paramatma, and the Paramatma is always with them. Paramatma and them have become one. And that feeling is totally different. Your life is much more orderly. So I come back to the definition. God is equal to good orderly direction. So Bhakti channel is not just about some esoteric means some mysterious subject. No, Bhakti channel is self management, and there are many things you can learn from the different aspects that are spoken or in the Puranas, Itihas, and Ramayana, Bhavarata. There's a lot of things which you can apply to yourself. So I'll be trying to bring out those aspects. So today I have talked about the concept called Radhe Krishna. So Radhe Krishna, may you discover the Paramatma within you and have a good orderly direction in life, which is equivalent to good feelings, good thoughts, good intentions. Do your karma and leave the karma phala to Krishna. Surrender to his will. That everything, whatever is, as Krishna tells, that whatever is happening, you just think karmane bhagavata prityartham. That is, all that you are doing is for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. Karmane bhagavata prityartham. It is Krishna who is telling you to do this. It is an offering to Krishna. So everything you are doing is doing as an offering to Lord Krishna. I say Krishna, you can, especially in the context of Radhe Krishna. So with that, I come to the end of this video. If you like this video, share to your friends, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon for more such videos. So till we meet again, goodbye, good night, Radhe Krishna.